Season 2 of The Masked Singer has officially been unmasked, and I can already tell it's going to be excellent. Even though the egg was eliminated, but I'll get to that. The contestants are trying their best to throw us off their scent this time around, even using fake accents. But we aren't rattled and are ready to give you our best guesses for who's behind each sprinkle, ornament, and set of wings. But before we crack open the case, go hit subscribe. We'll be producing videos each week that recap the reveals and predict the celebrities behind each mask. You won't want to miss it. Plus, if you don't hit subscribe, I'll have to have Ken escort you out, and trust me, he's just waiting for my signal. First up, a quick recap. Keep up with me, I don't want you to get scrambled.
Get the pun police. Pun police. Hello? Yeah, I'll hold. All right.
Other than Ken getting fed up with everyone's puns, which, like, can't stop, won't stop, am I right? The show shook things up this year, and the contestants were paired up with each other to compete for a spot to move forward. First up was the butterfly versus the egg, and both absolutely blew us away with their voices. The butterfly killed Bang Bang by Jessie J, Ariana Grande, and Nicki Minaj, while the egg did a lively version of Lady Gaga's Just Dance. But when it came time for the studio audience and judges to vote, the egg had a great fall and entered into the first ever SmackDown. Next was the Thingamajig versus the Skeleton. The Skeleton's rendition of Rapper's Delight by Sugar Hill Gang was okay, but his onstage presence was the highlight of the episode. On the other hand, Thingamajig was arguably the best singer of the night, with his performance of Easy by Commodores, but lacked in the stage presence department. In the end though, the Thingamajig won the whatchamacallit, which sent the Skeleton into the SmackDown. SmackDown time. In one corner, an egg. In the other, a dead person. God, the show is so weird. And once again, the Skeleton won over the crowd with his antics during Hard to Handle by Otis Redding, and not even the King's horses or men could save the egg, who performed Blondies one way or another. And so we have our first unmasking of the episode. The egg had a lot of different hints in his packages, clues about fashion, a skateboard, and something about striving for the first and last vowels of the alphabet, which we think refers to A and U, aka the symbol for gold, aka a gold medal in the Olympics. Well, he didn't strike gold in the Olympics or The Masked Singer, because the egg was in fact revealed to be former Olympian and fashion guru Johnny Weir, which we totally cracked before he was revealed. So did judges Jenny McCarthy and Robin Thicke. The only confusing part of the package was the skateboard, which apparently was a play on him being a figure skater. Okay, sure. Round 3 brought the Ladybug versus the Rottweiler, and hot dog did the Rottweiler chase her out of the park with his vocals on Hall & Oates' Man-Eater, while Ladybug's Holding Out for a Hero by Bonnie Tyler was a bit out of her range. So the Ladybug landed herself in SmackDown number 2. Round 4 was the Tree versus the Ice Cream, and while those backup dancers were definitely feeling the Ice Cream's performance of Old Town Road by Lil Nas X and Billy Ray Cyrus, the Tree wasn't quite ready to leave. Sorry, after her rendition of High Hopes by Panic! At the Disco. So SmackDown number 2 pits the delectable dessert against the insect. Honestly, I think the Ice Cream had the better voice performing Devo's Whip It, but after this move during Ladybug's performance of Hit Me With Your Best Shot by Pat Benatar, I would have voted against him just to spite him. And that's exactly what happened. The Ladybug is flying off to the next round, and the Ice Cream was revealed. Let's just say we were way off with our best guesses for him. Ice Cream was revealed as YouTube personality Tyler Ninja Blevins, not Freddie Highmore. He had a karate hint in his clue package, which makes sense with his nickname. He also had plenty of references to his YouTube following, which we all definitely caught onto. We see you, Blevins. But honestly, who cares about the eliminated contestants anymore? Let's focus on who's left. First up, the butterfly. In her clue package, the butterfly revealed she had been waiting a year to come out of her cocoon, and then showed a picture of Big Ben, hinting that despite her southern accent, she was probably from London. She also said she was ready to take the competition to church. Judges think the butterfly could be Mel B, Cara Delevingne, or Diana Ross, but my guess from the super sneak peek stands, and I'd bet anything it's former Destiny's Child member Michelle Williams. She's from London, took a pretty viral fall as hinted in her super sneak peek clue package, and is very into gospel music, with several references to faith in the butterfly's clues. Other fans apparently think Miley Cyrus could also be the butterfly, but I'm not convinced because no, chick's busy. She's got better stuff to do. Next is Thingamajig. His clues don't seem super obvious, but when you hear my guess, they totally make sense. While the judges thought he could be Michael Strahan, Steph Curry, or Dennis Rodman, I'm 99.99999% sure he's NBA player Victor Oladipo. The clues from last week revealed the Thingamajig has a connection with Chewbacca other than his furry attire, and Oladipo's birthday is May 4th, aka Star Wars Day. This week we had another reference to the number 4, which also happens to be Oladipo's jersey number. He's also known as Mr. Feathery, hence all the feather and wings references in the clue package. You can't fly away from this one, one, Victor. We got you pinned for sure. Moving on, the judges threw the skeleton a bone as he barely escaped elimination this week, and maybe that's because Judge Ken Jeong thinks it's Martin Short, who he says he's idolized for a long time. Other judges think he could be John Cryer, Nathan Lane, or Dana Carvey. Last week we guessed Christopher Maloney, but we realized Maloney is taller than Nick Cannon in real life, and the skeleton is definitely shorter than Nick. Well, now I 100% think the skeleton is Paul Schaefer, David Letterman's former Music Man and second fiddle. Not to mention, the skeleton sounds a lot like Schaefer. As for last week's clue, 4261, there just so happened to be 4,261 episodes of The Late Show with David Letterman. I mean, come on. The Ladybug actually gave out a ton of hints this episode with a game show themed Wheel of Clues in her package. No, I don't think she's Vanna White. Come on, that's way too on the nose. She's definitely the one and only Kelly Osbourne. First of all, her and her family has had hella drama throughout the years, just like the Ladybug. On the Wheel of Clues, we saw a ham, which her mom Sharon is notorious for having thrown into a neighbor's yard. The bridge probably refers to the Osbourne Bridge. The bat, of course, refers to her father Ozzy's bat, incident. And apparently a bat once pooped on her head. Her mom was the manager of Smashing Pumpkins, hence the pumpkin. There's a scorpion because Kelly is a Scorpio, and a skull represents Kelly's skull tattoo. And finally, the gavel probably has something to do with Kelly being a judge on the UK Masked Singer. The judges, on the other hand, have guessed Lily Collins, Lindsay Lohan, Jamie Lynn Spears, and Willow Smith, but it's probably Kelly. Sorry, not sorry. Based on the Rottweiler's clues, those of you who are guessing Chris Daughtry are probably barking up the right tree. There have been several mentions of blue roses, including the line "Roses are blue, violets are red" in the preview, and a bouquet of blue roses in the premiere. Daughtry happens to have a tattoo of a blue rose on his arm. His fantasy champion ring might refer to his loss on American Idol, especially considering he ended up a lot more successful than those who beat him out that season. As far as the Friday Night Lights reference goes, I'm thinking Chris might have played football in high school, but TBD on that detail. The judges think it could be Russell Wilson, Brian Luttrell, Nick Lachey, JC Chazé, or Bruno Mars. Okay guys, Bruno's a little too busy for this. Come on. Then again, that would throw people off. And finally, the tree honestly has me stumped. Last week, one Redditor thought it could be Teresa Giudice. She's written several New York Times bestseller cookbooks, her fans call themselves tree huggers, and she has a pretty big family. All the Christmas references don't quite line up there, though. The judges think she could be Rachel Ray, Beverly D'Angelo, Zooey Deschanel, or Wendy McClendon-Covey. And there's apparently a huge fan theory that the tree could be Paula Abdul based on her flashy costume. But honestly, I think my guess this week is going to be Candace Cameron Bure. Like I said, I'm not 100% sure, but hear me out. The tree says she loves getting dolled up, but is only useful for one season, and wishes the world would see her for more than just what she's famous for. Not only is Candace stuck in her role from Full House, but she's also pretty much only ever been in Hallmark Christmas movies beyond that. Right now, I'm still pining for them to present more clues, so we'll just have to wait and see. What do you think? Let us know your guesses and theories for who you believe is behind each mask in the comments. Then don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss out when we're back next week with a recap and more predictions from episode 2.